Hello. Welcome back to the UK Inspired Rail Network. My name's DGUK. As you probably know now, I don't know why I'm in this horrible habit of saying my name. Anyway, today's video is a little bit different. We are on a new PC. We are going to test out the FPS. As you probably noticed, I have the FPS counter up on the right. It's blowing my mind that we're getting 100 FPS plus on this map right now, and I'm really happy with that. The game's actually smooth. We can jump into a cab ride. We can do some bits, which is great. So this is kind of just a little bit of a filler episode before I get back into the detail and get back into the work, get back into growing this. And then we're going to get back into some toolbox episodes as well. Yes, I have got Flight Simulator installed, and yes, I've had a play. I am still leaning towards learning and recording and making episodes based on my whole flight sim career, so I'm probably going to work on something like that as well. Anyway, what are we doing today? So this is what we're doing today. We are taking a look at this Caledonian Sleeper. I've switched it out. I did have a version of a Caledonian Sleeper kind of as an example running up and down the line from London Euston to the north. But I recently downloaded some skins, mods, liveries, trains, la-di-da-di-da. And I wanted something electrified because at first I think I was using the Class 68 diesel unit. And I do know there is an electrified version of that. And I swear in my own little head that I've had the electrified version of that as a mod in the game at some point. I really do swear I have. And it's blown my mind that I can't see it anymore. Maybe I haven't. Anyway, so what I did find is there's another one pulls in. They're really loud. So I've turned the game sound down. They're really loud. What I've done is I've used one of these and I can't remember what this locomotive is, but it does have the Caledonian logo on it, so we're using these. I think they're still in service now. I can't really remember. If not, I think it's like the 68s. I think, you know what, let's take a look. So I'm going to pause the game because I want to catch this train as it leaves, and I want to use that as part of my cab ride. So I'm going to pause it here and we're going to get cracking. So I'm going to have a look at the one of the train sheds, and we're going to have a look and see what I'm using because I can't actually remember. We'll just use London Train Depot. That'll do. That'll be fine. Electric, we're using the 87s. I think 87s down to the bottom. Yeah, we're using a Class 87 Caledonian Sleeper Royal Sovereign. So we're using these as our pull and push locomotives, 110 mile an hour maximum. And then what I downloaded was I downloaded some Caledonian Sleeper sets. Now there's some really long sets in here. So you have like the Aberdeen rake, which is just 288 capacity, 91 meters. But then you can scroll right the way down. They get really, I think it's this one, really long. We got 1,152 capacity. Now that is because I have a realistic capacity mod installed as well. The carriage is 125 mile an hour max, so they go faster than our locos can pull them, which is fine because then we've got, you know, some give. But it's 365 meters long. They're the Mark 5s, and they look really nice. Now what I've done with mine is because I've got kind of a weird, I think I went with the Glasgow rake, at 183, and then I went into my individuals here, Mark 5A coaches, and I just bolted some extras on to increase the length of the train. Now how that's looked, I don't know, but that's what I've done. Anyways, to get the length to around about 290 meters, close to sort of the, I think my longest platforms in the game right now are about 325. So, you know, keeping it between that so they fit nicely to the stations. We don't have loading problems. Now let's Alt G again. So that's the only thing I'm not a big fan of. And tell me if I'm doing something wrong here, guys, by the way. Tell me if I'm doing something wrong. The only thing I'm not a big fan of is this. I think a little bit more could go on with this on the end. Maybe I'm doing something wrong and I've got the wrong sets on and I'm meant to choose a different set in there and I haven't looked at the mod much, so that's it. Other than that, they look really nice. They're really nicely detailed. They look really cool. I'm not a massive fan of sort of the wheel area. Maybe it just, that's the best you can do with it because that's what it looks like, but it just looks a little bit unfinished to me around about the wheels area. Other than that, they do look really beautiful, and the different varieties you can have is really nice as well going through. And I've just bolted on some different ones to the end, and again, this is the only bit really it just feels like it's not really finished. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so what we've got here, we've got a couple of sets. These are the same service. So if we have a quick look at my line, should we have a quick look, take a look at the line for these? So what we've got is on this end platform here is the main platform that it departs from. If we take a look, so because you know I like using sidings and having the trains do things on them. As you can tell by the balance sheet of this map, as I said a million times, it's not about the money. It's all about trying to, you know, just make it a little bit more realistic, you know, doing things that are a bit more interesting, making it scenically better, making it scenic. Yes, Making it scenic. That's what we're doing. So if we look at our lines, so at London Euston, what we're doing here is we just unload. Oh, so this is how I start. This is how I build a line like this, if you want to know. So platform 1 is unloading. If platform 1's full, then they'll use 2 or 3, which that one is in there, and we just unload. Okay, we're gonna go. I've done some signals to waypoints because I've made sure they use certain routes on this, and they come down after unloading. So they've been to Scotland or whatever. They come down. They come all the way down here. They cross here. Go in here and they park here at any one of these, and that is the Wildings Sidings West, and they don't unload or load, so we don't get random invisible passengers, and they sit here for 10 minutes. And they leave, come back, they then aim to head to platform 1 here, and in platform 1 that's it. There's no alternative platform. We don't use anything else. It's just they're locked into platform 1. They don't use any other. The reason why that is because it's always been a bit glitchy when you're using a timetables mod. I never use alternative platforms when I'm using a timetables mod because it always glitches out the timetables mod, and they don't, if they have to use an alternative platform, they don't necessarily always respond or respect timetable mod, and they will just leave straight away. So in platform 1, timetable mod up, and then what I've done with that is just called Cal Sleeper tick. It's here, London Euston, 20-minute basing between services, and then it leaves, goes up to the north again, stops at whatever stations, goes to the north, comes back, does the same again, and then goes into the sidings. That gives us a nice little route. It gives us a nice little change around. It gives us a little bit of some scenic delights in Wilston, where you're going to see those coaches and those trains parked up there for a while if you're on a different cab ride, etc, etc. That's what I like to do. Make it look a bit busy, make our sidings, give our sidings some activity. And I've done that a lot. I've done it with a lot with the London Underground trains as well, in the overgrounds where there's a lot of sidings there, just to get them going, just to make it look a bit interesting. So anyway, today is basically me testing out the game. We're going to jump on board this. Now, I did notice with the cab ride with this, is not normal. It's not at the front like you normally have, like, you know, down here. It's kind of around about here, the default cab ride for this. It's a little bit lower. It's just on the roof. What I've done is it's kind of out here, but below the catenary. It's kind of down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on board. I'm going to slide it back so we just see the roof of our locomotive as well, and we're going to ride out on that. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your patience while we've been working on our new PC, getting it up and running. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the frames. I'm trying to work out why I've only got 43 frames now. That's really weird. That's really strange because it doesn't feel like I've got 43 frames. That's very odd. And it's dropped to 80. What's going on there? Who knows? Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. It's running really smoothly, and I'm able to just run cab rides and go wild with detailing and passengers and stuff. And it's really cool. As always, don't forget to like if you enjoy this. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. We are going to be getting out our early access videos within the next week as well. So if you want to see videos a little bit earlier than everybody else, you can join the channel for as little as 99p a month. There's also new music. If you go to DGUK.tv, streaming music, there's some new music out there. That's all free for you to use. Give it a listen, give it a use. If you're a content creator, you're more than welcome to. There's new music every month right now, so enjoy the cab ride, and I'll see you in the next one.